back to the Murray Center, where your Rhode Island College Anchormen are set to take on the Eastern Connecticut State University Warriors in the second of a doubleheader between these two teams. Of course, the first game, your Anchorwomen stole away the victory, a huge upset. And Andrew, what do you think that Coach Burns' team has to do today in order to seal that win?
Well, you got to do similar things the Anchorwomen did. I think the big reason why the Anchorwomen won their game is because of the hot first quarter they got off to. I mean, obviously, the half system here is a little different, but same principle. You have to a hot 10 minutes in this game, put this team down early. They're going to fight their way back, and they're going to prove themselves because it's a similar situation, Mike. Eastern Connecticut's 13-6, 7-1 in the conference. The Anchormen are 3-15, 2-6 in the conference. Anchormen are at the point where, I mean, they're still playing hard. They're still playing hard basketball, but you know what? At the end of the day, Eastern Connecticut has a lot more to lose than they do.
Absolutely.
So I think RIC can use that to their advantage, and they can come out with the fire and intensity, with the idea that they can try to spoil things here for one of the heavyweights in the Little East Conference. So I think they just got to come out, play aggressively like they always seem to do, and they just got to open up scoring opportunities for their guys. So
they absolutely do.
So if they can do that, I mean, I like what we've seen from the team and the fact that they've been incorporating the bigs down low a little bit more. Jason Jones, Justin Campbell have definitely become a bigger factor in this team. So I think if they can do that, I like that aspect of their game. And it's certainly been one that's been a long time coming with this. We've definitely seen some development from those guys, but I just think take a little bit of the burden off Chris Green. He's such a dynamic player, but he can't do it all himself. I say that week after week. Just get some different scores and different faces on the board, and who knows? We just saw an upset in the first game. We could see one here too.
And we're going to take you courtside for this afternoon's starting lineups.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the Murray Center for RIC Kennedy School Day as the Warriors of Eastern Connecticut State University take on your Rhode Island College Anchormen. Rhode Island College Athletic Department would like to welcome all students from the RIC Kennedy School in Providence, Rhode Island, and their families to today's game. Thank you for your support, go Anchormen. And now the starting lineups. First, the Eastern Connecticut State University Warriors. At guard, 6'3" sophomore, number 3, Fletcher Brown. At guard, 5'9" senior, number 20, Krishawn Preston. At guard, 6'2" senior, number 23, Kevin Lummy. Forward is 6'4", junior number 12, Hugh Lindo. And at center is 6'5", junior number 42, Brandon Kuzinski. Head coach of Eastern Connecticut, Bill Geithner.
So Andrew, another new lineup change as Gianni Carwin will be in the starting lineup in favor over Roosevelt Scheider. And first signs of Carwin we saw, very good signs, great player, great all around the court. And we'll see how this one plays out.
Well, certainly. I think it's been a tough season for Roosevelt Scheider, and honestly, I think it's been tough for him because I think they've been asking him to do a lot of things that maybe he wasn't comfortable doing. We saw him last year with a veteran team around him. He was really just a three-point shooter, and that was his niche. And I think they wanted him to grow into more. And it's just a tough thing to do in 1 year. I think that's something that you can do over a course of a couple years, and just having the team around you to help you do that. And it's just been hard for him, I think, just for the situation. But, you know, Carwin just really, as you said, shown a lot of effort and a lot of talent. So let's see how it plays out here with him in the lineup.
And Carwin will bring up the ball for the Anchormen. Carwin at the top of the key, moves right, passes it off to Green. Green back to Carwin. And Carwin passes to Jones. Jones at the top of the key, moving around with it. Passes to Green. Green pulls up for a three. Knocks it down.
Well, we know how Chris Green is. He's just a great shooter. And
there's a 2-3 zone to open up the gate for the Anchormen.
It's an interesting strategy. Obviously, the opponent you know pretty well. A lot of height on this team. And see how that works out for the Anchormen in this one.
Corner three from Brown was no good. Green comes up with the rebound.
And I'm sure Coach Burns studied this team and maybe sees something in their outside game that doesn't bode so well for them, and try with the 2-3 and see how it works for them.
Green, another three is up. No good that time. Rebound comes down. We're going to get a whistle.
I think they're going to get Jones for a foul.
And you are correct.
Looks like trying to box out there, made a little bit of contact there. So, early foul for Jones in this one.
And we'll see Preston controlling the offense. As we saw last year, of course, very similar starting lineup. Lindo pulls up, shot no good. The rebound comes down to Jones. And Green passing off to Carwin, who almost didn't see the pass.
Nice job adjusting though.
Carwin moving right side. They're gonna get a foul. A little bit of a late whistle. Almost thought they weren't gonna call it.
Definitely, and that's blatant. I think they teach you to call those in the first day of officiating school, I think. That was a nice job by him though, just drawing a foul.
Great fake.
Yeah.
Carwin's first is up and is good.
And Carwin's got another one. I mean, he's a transfer. He's a freshman, so he's still got 3 more years of eligibility after this. And hopefully he sticks on because he's got a lot of talent. He's just another young piece to this team, that an Anchormen team that their record may not show a lot, but I think they're going to show a lot of promise and potential in years to come. So, I mean, that's just another piece that you can add to things that would be great.
Lindo with the ball, passes it to the corner and out to Lumaine. Lumaine drives in, and a nice block. Lindo comes up with the ball, passes it back out to Lumaine, and back out to Preston. Preston passes to Kaczynski, whose shot is no good. Jones comes up with the rebound, and Green will bring it up.
And the Warriors just, I mean, there's good defense by the Anchormen. They're contesting the shots, but they're just not able to get anything fall. So very similar to what their women's team, similar start here.
Anchormen are going to be called for an illegal screen.
Yeah, in trouble. But
Lindo will inbound to Preston.
But definitely, you can see a lot of similarities in the starts here. Anchormen got an early 5-point lead, and Warriors just aren't able to, having some trouble working through this zone. So it definitely looks like it's working early on in this one, but see how Eastern Connecticut adjusts to this.
Preston with the ball, passes it out to Brown. Brown to Kaczynski, and out to Lumaine, who's going to be called for travel. And Carwin will bring up the ball. Carwin brings it up slowly past half court. Working on the left side, now moving right. Carwin passes to Fritzen. Fritzen looking for Green.
Green had to work through a ton of bodies there.
Now does hand it off to Green.
We got something going here. The shot clock winding down. See what they do.
5 seconds on the shot clock. Green gonna have to take it. He pulls up. He knocks it down.
It really looked like there was a ton of promise there. Green just trying to find a little bit of space, but he throws one up, and Chris Green can do that. He's got that ability to take shots in really awkward positions, and he got early 5 points in this one.
Preston pulls up, shot no good. And they're gonna get triple for foul. Don't believe the basket will count.
I don't believe so either.
So Tribble already with 2 fouls. Campbell will come into the game for him momentarily.
And obviously Tribble's such a big presence down low. So we constantly say how big of a piece he is. So definitely not good for him to have 2 early fouls, but they do have that depth with Campbell and Jones. They got 2 good, bigger players there that can't cover for him to an extent, but obviously Tribble brings a little bit of a unique aspect to his game. And on the flip side, the Warriors taking the timeout, and I'm sure when they drew up and envisioned this game, this isn't how they expected it to start out. As Anchormen have gotten off to a very quick start here, and they, just like the Anchormen, they're gonna keep it going. Just you gotta keep this momentum going, and I'm not saying that you're gonna necessarily keep this pace up with this team, because I'm sure they're gonna eventually catch on, and they'll start working their way back into things. But you just gotta keep doing what you've been doing, and it's been very successful, obviously, early on.
Passes off to Lemaine, who gets it to Preston, back to Lemaine, back to Brown. Brown for 3, no good. Rebound Green. And Green pushes it up to Carwin. Carwin fakes the 3, and he's gonna be called for travel.
I didn't see much of anything there, but that may have been because there was nothing to see, but how the officials interpreted it. It just seems like every time the Warriors shoot the ball, it's like that old adage, just a lid on the hoop. Just seems like it. And I think they've been contested to an extent with their shots pretty well, but I do think they've had some decent opportunities, and they just haven't even get the ball to roll in.
Absolutely.
So we have a little bit of confusion here with the officials as they trying to get the game rolling on again here.
So Jordan into the game for the Warriors. Jordan fakes the pass to Preston and gets it to Lindo. Lindo back to Jordan, pulls up. Shot no good. Rebound comes down to Carwin. Carwin passes to Fritzen. Fritzen moves in with it, passes it back out to Carwin. Carwin hands it off to Green. Green moves left side, back to Fritzen. Fritzen off the dribble, shot is up, no good. Rebound Jordan. Jordan pushes it all the way up to Brown, who goes up for 2.
And that was just a nice job by Jordan, recognizing that the Anchormen a little slow to get back there. And you can definitely tell the Warriors are playing heavily on these Anchormen guards.
Campbell goes up for 2 off the pass from Green.
They got to do more of that, just because they understand, as Coach Burns has said, that the guards are the big key to this offense. They're their scorers. So obviously the Warriors not giving them a lot of space and not giving them a ton of opportunities to work it inside. But if you can get more opportunities like we just saw to Campbell there,
Krasinski goes up for 2.
Scoring will come.
Carwin. Now Green with it. Green top of the key, passes to Carwin. Carwin fakes a 3. Now drives in, little floater, no good. Jones comes up with the rebound, gets it down to Campbell. Campbell sizing up, goes up for 2.
Campbell's got a quick 4 on these past 2 possessions. He's, along with Jason Jones, night and day how we've seen him develop for the Anchormen.
Krasinski takes the shot, knocks it down off the board.
That was a nice shot contention there. It was just Krasinski just got off a good shot with the hand in the face and was able to convert. So you see the Warriors finally getting their scoring going after a pretty big sputter in the first 5 minutes.
Fritzen at the top of the key, drives left side. We're gonna get a whistle on the floor. We're going to see Canny into the game for Eastern Connecticut. And Smith in, also Williams for the Anchormen. Williams with the ball. Williams passes to the corner to Smith. Smith, nice little floater, but gets called for the offensive foul.
I don't know who that was for the Warriors. They did a nice job setting themselves. I mean, outside the circle, and I mean, it was a nice conversion by Smith, but just a better job by the Warriors on defense, setting themselves in position and drawing the charge.
Jordan passes to Lindo. Lindo throws it away. And it's going to be a jump ball. And it'll stay Eastern Connecticut ball. Shaquem Smith into the game for Carwin.
And obviously he's finally healed back from his injury. He's another person with height who would definitely be able to make a difference down low.
Green, no good. Rebound Brown, who's got Lindo wide open down the floor. And a great block from Smith. It's going to be called foul.
At the same time, though, you got the bench fired up because it was just a nice effort. I mean, Lindo was hanging around, obviously. Fast transition back and forth there. And he was pretty open, and Smith came flying back down, and you just got to respect his hustle there.
Lindo sets. First is up and is good. Scheider now coming into the game for Malcolm Smith.
And the unfortunate thing for Smith is that he ended up getting 2 quick fouls there, so he's in a little bit of trouble early on in this one.
Second is good. Now Williams with the ball. Hands it off to Scheider. Back to Williams. Williams looking for Green, finds him. Green calling out a play from the left side. Green passes to the corner to Williams. Williams passes it down low to Smith. Shot no good. Rebound Lindo, who gets it to Preston and hands it off to Jordan.
And not necessarily a bad opportunity there, but Smith just not able to convert on the bucket.
Preston for 3, no good. Rebound Scheider. Scheider passes to Green, wide open for 3. It's no good. Rebound Brown.
And that's surprising. You know, if you give Chris Green that much space, you rarely see him miss.
9 out of 10 times he'll make that.
Definitely, but
Brown pulls up. Shot no good. Rebound Preston. Preston back out to Jordan. 3 is good. Tied up at 11.
Looks like Lindo took a shot there. I saw him. He was really favoring his knee a little bit when he hit the floor, so looks like he's trying to walk it off a little bit.
12-14 to go first half. We're tied up at 11.
And obviously the Warriors find their scoring touch. You know, I think defensively they've locked down a little bit. The Anchormen just gonna work their way through it.
Williams with the ball. Gives it to Campbell. Campbell back to Williams. Williams, top of the key, drives right side. Passes to Smith. Smith drives baseline. They're going to call a foul on Canny, which looked like a clean block from here.
Foul called on Eastern Connecticut, number 32.
Yeah, Smith really wasn't even getting a clean shot off either, so it just really hurts for the Warriors. They able to get what looked like a clean block, and
Smith misses his first.
gives Smith the opportunity for points, see if he can sink his second here.
And he does. (12-11) the score. 11:46 to go in the first half.
Timeout. Rhode Island College, 30-second timeout.
I think a smart timeout. The Warriors definitely have gotten their feet under them here, and obviously clawed their way back in this game as we now have a 1-point deficit in favor of the Anchormen.
And if you're Coach Burns right now, what are you saying to your team?
Well, just tell them, I mean, look, you guys started off this game really well, and they worked their way back into it. They're a good team, and I think you just got to say, I mean, look, you just guys got to keep doing what you've been doing the first 10 minutes or so, 9 minutes of this game. You've gotten yourselves in a good position against a good team, put them on their heels early. You're just going to keep up that aggressive play, and offensively, I think Coach Burns just needs to draw something up and give his players a little bit to work with. They definitely had a difficult time finding the hoop.
Lindo passes it out to Brown, fakes the three, now gets it to Preston. Preston drives in, nice little floater, no good. And Williams with the ball.
Let's see what they do here. They definitely had difficulties finding the hoop in the latter stages of this first half as it's played out.
Williams going through traffic, finds Campbell. Campbell goes up for two.
That was a nice pass. I mean, I think Williams has definitely perfected that a little bit. We saw early on a lot of turnovers out of him. But he's definitely become a smarter passer.
Brown for three. No good.
I think
Williams comes up with a rebound.
I think Williams slipped up there. I think he was supposed to go over to Brown.
Jordan comes up with the ball. Preston passes it out to Jordan. Jordan to Lindo, loses the ball, but Preston's wide open for three, no good. And Lindo comes up with the rebound. Gets it to Jordan. Jordan passes to Brown. Brown back to Jordan, gives it to Canny, back to Preston, top of the key, fakes the three and gets it to Jordan for three, no good. Rebound Jones.
Canny, as you pointed out before the broadcast, like 6'11", it's going to be really tough to deal with coming off the bench. So you just have to box him out. It's really when it comes down to it.
Scheider's three is blocked, but he comes up with the ball, gets it to Williams, sets himself, takes the three, way off. It's going to be Warriors ball.
You can see Williams is definitely second guessing himself taking the shot. It was a long wind up. He's really not one of those guys, I've pointed out many times, he's not a big shooter. He's definitely more of the assist guy at point guard, which is, I mean, that's a big point guard role, but he just really takes it to an extreme when it comes to the passing, which I think as he develops as a player, I think he'll become more comfortable shooting the ball more.
Canny goes up for two.
When it comes to defending Canny, it's just tough. I mean, really, he's got 5 or 6 inches on Jason Jones, Shaquem Smith, and Justin Campbell. It's just a tough guy to deal with when he just has that natural ability.
Carwin drives in. No good on the tip in from Tribble. Jones came up with the rebound.
He could have gotten a foul there. The officials don't call it.
Preston, nice little move for two.
The Warriors grabbed their first lead in this game.
15-14 the score.
And something they're going to have to really focus on as this game goes on is giving out the transition buckets, because the Warriors are a very fast team. We'll love to push the ball down the court and get those easy buckets. So they're going to have to just be more conscious of that offensively, trying to get back.
Green out to Fritzen. Fritzen driving on the left side. Gets it to Green. He's going to have to take it. Shot no good. And put back no good. Tribble comes up with another rebound. It's going to be called for travel. He doesn't like the call, but it looked like a travel from here.
It was. I think what he was looking for is the jump ball. But the thing is, he ended up grabbing possession of it, and he took a couple steps there, trying to work his way around the defender who he was wrestling with, who was on the ground. Just unfortunately, that gritty play just didn't turn out in Tribble's favor there.
Preston back out to Jordan. Jordan passes it down to Brown. And they're going to say Anchorman ball.
I think Brown looked to pass it. I don't think it wasn't. I don't know if it was tipped on the pass, but it's something.
Got to say, it did look like it. It looked like Jones got his hand on it.
It could have been. I mean, that would explain, because something didn't add up there. because it was he was trying to fake the shot and pass it and didn't end up anywhere near its intended target. So break for the Anchormen there.
Fritzen pulls up off the catch. Shot is good.
That's his first points. We saw him against UMass Dartmouth. Definitely had a bit of an off game. Let's see if he can put some points up in this one.
Lindo loses the ball. They'll say he's staying bound. Got it to Preston. Now Canny goes up for 2.
I think maybe think about double teaming Candy when he's on the floor. It's tough because there's a lot of good scorers on his Eastern Connecticut team, but once he gets the ball, how are you going to defend him?
Take turns fouling him.
Honestly.
Carwin pulls up. Shot no good. Rebound Canny. Brown passes to the corner. Jordan drives baseline. I think he was trying to throw that up for Canny, but he ends up with it anyways.
Yeah, Candy's got a quick 6 points coming off the bench. I mean,
not going to be able to stop him.
Yeah, I mean, what are you going to do? I mean, that's just something you can't really coach. It's just finite information there. I mean, your tallest guy on your team is Tony.
6'7".
Yeah, Tony Oji at 6'7". And I mean, even Candy's got 4 inches on him. So I mean, you're just gonna have to scheme him out. Whether, so did you say whether, I mean, if you want to foul him, I mean, that's got its own implications there. Or, you know, just you have to draw something up defensively. I think the best thing you could probably do is take away the passing lanes to him. It's probably, I mean, it's easier said than done, mind you. But, I mean, that's probably
the most realistic thing you can do.
Because you can't, I mean, double teaming sounds great, but, I mean, you really can't do that.
Right.
And I mean, we'll see what Coach Burns decides on there. Obviously, mismatch being exposed seems like on every offensive possession as of late by the Warriors. So, see what they do here as Carwin takes the ball up the court.
Carwin passes it off to Jones. Jones looking for Fritzen and finds him. Fritzen steps back.
Good defense by Jordan.
Hands it off to Carwin. Carwin's going to be called for travel. They'll get you on that step right before you dribble.
You've pointed that out time and time again, Mike, and it seems like at least, I mean, there's consistency in the officiating there.
Consistently inconsistent.
Yes.
Lumaine. Going to be a whistle.
Foul on record number 10, Johnny Carwin.
Foul's going to be on Carwin.
Incorrect number 2, Brandon Williams Jr.
So Williams into the game for Carwin. And Lindo passes out to Jordan. Jordan passes to Canny. Hook shot is good.
Canny's going to end up with 40 points at this rate.
Was just thinking the same exact thing. Jones finds Fritzen off the catch. No good. Jones comes up with the rebound.
I don't know how he came up with it, but he did.
Back out to Fritzen. Second chance, no good. Barely even hit the rim. Canny comes up with the rebound. And Preston finds Lumaine. Pass may have been intended for Jordan, but Lumaine came up with it. Now Jordan with the ball. Preston fakes the shot, now drives in, now drives baseline. It's good for 2.
Yeah, just nice moves there. I think a problem the Anchormen are facing on offense is that I think that their guards love to drive in, and it's very smart guards here. As you see there, a turnover for the Warriors.
Throws it up, perfect pass to Preston, who goes up for 2. Coach Burns calls a timeout, and the Warriors have a 9-point lead.
And they've just, Eastern Connecticut's just adjusted. I mean, they were definitely taken aback a little bit by the way the Anchormen came out. They would have built that early 7-point lead, but It's a veteran team and a smart team that's going to be able to get around some of those mismatches early on. And obviously, when David Candy in there at center's made a big difference. And also, I think defensively, I just think they've locked down on their perimeter men.
If you have a near 6'7" player, you're not going to be able to stop him when your tallest player is a 6'7" first-year player.
Yeah, definitely.
But we'll see. We'll see if Coach Burns eventually does put Tony Oji in there.
You got to do something. Because, I mean, at least Oji has a bit of a chance.
Right.
I mean, 4 inches is noticeable, but, I mean, that's your best. It's the closest thing you've got.
Williams with the ball.
But offensively, they got to figure something out because
they're going to get an offensive foul. Coach Burns confused about what the call was also. Jordan controlling the offense of the Warriors. Brown brings it around the key. Passes it off to Lumaine, who stops, pulls up. Shot no good. Williams comes up with the rebound. And Williams brings it up the court.
I think the key here, just under 5 minutes in the first half, control the deficit. Try to knock it down a little bit, but definitely don't let it get any bigger.
Williams threw the ball away. Now, good job by Brown, keeping it in bounds, getting it to Lindo. Lindo will go to the line.
Foul on the RIC number 35, Justin Campbell, is first, team 7.
4:35 to go first half. First is up and good from Lindo. And Krasinski comes back into the game for Canny. Second is up and is good. Williams hands it off to Fritton and back to Williams. He gives it to Green. Green near center court. Gonna get a foul on Jordan. And Green will inbound. Williams with the ball, passes to Campbell. Campbell to Fridson. Fridson to Green, left side. Green passes to Jones. Jones looking for somebody, finds Green, off the catch, takes the shot, knocks it down for 2.
I think at this point, I think you just needed that basket, just
build up momentum.
Yeah, and just stop the run that the Warriors have been on the past few minutes. So
Jordan with the ball.
See what they can do defensively.
Lindo, top of the key, passes to Jordan. Ball being moved around very nicely by Eastern Connecticut. Lumaine should be called for a travel. It's going to be a jump ball instead, and it'll be Anchorman ball.
It was a nice job. I think Jones going to hand on his original shot. And get into a tie up there. So see what the Anchormen do on this possession.
Green looking Williams side, now gets it to Fridson. Fridson looking down low to Campbell, read by Lindo, who comes up with the steal. He passes it out to Jordan.
And obviously the passing's been a problem as the half's drawn on for the Anchormen.
Lumaine passes to Brown. Brown to Krasinski. Shot no good. Rebound Jones. Green with the ball. Green near center court with it. Finds Campbell. Campbell hands it off to Green. Green pulls up, knocks it down for two.
Chris Green.
Now we had a whistle on the court.
I think it was an offensive foul, but
Foul for RIC number 35, Justin Campbell. His second, the team's 8.
So it was after the shot.
yeah, so the shot counts, but Warriors are now in the bonus, and we'll go to the line.
As the officials talk it over, Lindo will go to the line.
Official conversation is moving at a swifter pace than at last night's Anchorman hockey game.
Absolutely, you got that right.
Seemed like we had about 5 intermissions in that game.
Lindo's second is up and is no good. Jones comes up with the rebound, and Carwin will bring it up the court. Green with the ball. Passes to Carwin. Carwin brings it back near center court. Now brings it up top of the key, drives right side, and hands it off to Green, who pulls up for three, knocks it down.
Green losing the double digits, and he's definitely taken over this game for the Anchormen. He's brought them within 5.
Preston. We're gonna get Jones on a push.
It's gonna be Jones second.
He does not agree with the call.
Foul for RIC number 5, Jason Jones. His second, the team's 9.
I don't really have an opinion as I didn't see what happened.
Neither did I.
And the line for RIC Connecticut number 12, Hugh Lindo, shooting a 1-1.
Shaquem Smith into the game. Shot is up and no good. Cruz also into the game for the Anchormen. Carwin finds Green. Green out, back out to Carwin. Scheider looking for somebody, gets it back to Carwin and gets it to Green. Green takes the three in the corner and knocks it down.
Green has 15 of the Anchormen's 26 points.
Unreal.
Definitely.
Jordan passes to Lindo. The ball being moved around. Preston to Krasinski to Jordan for three, no good. And Carwin comes up with the ball. Carwin gonna take it all away himself. He's gonna blow the layup. Shaquem Smith comes up with a rebound. Now Cruz with it. Cruz back to Green. Deep three. No good that time. And Lindo comes up with a rebound. Gets it to Jordan.
Carwin had a bit of a difficult movement there on the layup, but it's still a shot he probably should have made. And unfortunately, the Anchormen were unable to tie it up there. They had a chance to even up this game on that possession.
Brown, no good. Krasinski gets the ball stripped by Cruz. A great play by Cruz. Strips the ball, knocks it out of bounds off of Krasinski. It'll be Anchormen ball, and they can hold for the last shot if they so desire.
It'll be interesting with some of their other forwards in a bit of foul trouble in this game. Be interesting to see how much playing time Alex Cruz gets in the second half.
Cruz with the ball. Hands it off to Scheider, who drives in. Will draw the foul. So Scheider will have a chance with 1.3 seconds to tie up this game into halftime.
Line for RIC number 23, Russell Scheider.
First it up and good. Second is up and is also good. Jordan will throw it up, and that'll be the end of the first half. Tied at 28 right here on 90.7 WXIN and Anchor TV. Welcome back to the Murray Center, where your Rhode Island College Anchormen are tied up with the Eastern Connecticut State University Warriors at a score of 28-all. Thank you for tuning in live on 90.7 WXIN and Anchor TV. Mike Giammarco, of course, alongside Andrew Spaziano as always. And Andrew, what a great first half we just saw defensively.
Well, definitely, and we saw an Anchorman team that definitely showed a lot of fight, and they were able to tie this game up before halftime, which is definitely more than I expected them to do. But I think the big key for them is they need somebody besides Chris Green to get on the scoreboard. He's got 15 of their 28 points, and frankly, that's not sustainable.
No, it is not.
It's not sustainable on the slightest. For somebody to score half your points is just not something that's going to be able to continue for them. So they just need to find somebody else to score some points for them, and defensively they're just going to focus down low. That really seems to be where Eastern's getting most of their points from.
Preston's got the ball, passes it up to Brown. Brown snaps it over, and the ball is out of bounds. It'll stay Warriors ball with 8 seconds on the shot clock.
And right what Jones did right there, I think, is their big key. They need to clog up the passing lanes.
Absolutely.
Especially when they get Candy in there. He's got that huge height advantage. You can't let him get his hands on the ball because he's going to score.
Brown, 5 seconds on the clock, gives it to Preston. Preston's going to have to take it. No, he passes to Brown, who takes it, knocks it down.
What a shot. There's nothing you can do there on defense. I mean, he just flung up a desperation heave right by the hash there near the Eastern bench, and he just buries it.
Fritzen tries going left, now gives it to Green. He takes a three of his own and knocks it down.
Well, I don't think it's sustainable for him to score the amount of points he has. I don't think there's necessarily anything wrong with working through him.
Right.
And letting him take control of the game. Just hopefully what that does is that opens up opportunities for other players, because you're going to think that that Eastern coaching staff was hammering it into their players. We need to cover this guy and shut him down.
Preston pulls up, shot no good. Rebound, Lindo's sky high there. It's going to be out of bounds off of Fritzen.
Yeah, well, Lindo's only got a 6'4" frame, and he elevated pretty high there. Just a nice job by him.
Very Terrence Tribble-like.
Yes.
Lumain with the ball. Passes it up to Lindo and over to Brown. Brown passes it out. Gets it to Lumain. Lumain passes it out to Preston. Preston finds Brown for three. No good. Rebound Green.
I just think it was big that the Anchormen came right back into three of their own. I think really, especially the way that basket came down for Eastern, it could really just become a big spark and momentum shift for them. They just did a nice job of countering it right away, tying this game back up.
Carwin passes to Green, who gets it to Fritzen. Carwin calling for the ball. Fritzen, though, drives left side. Not sure he was looking for it down low.
I think he was trying to feed it into trouble, but obviously
didn't work out too well.
Yeah.
I gotta say, it's great to see the Anchormen have a full bench.
Yeah, definitely. And we saw it even at the end of last year, they had a very thin bench, even with all the talent they had. So definitely got it bolstered with a few of those transfers who have definitely made a difference in their own right. But having that bench just gives you a lot more flexibility.
Brown, no good. Rebound, Carwin, who pushes up the court and gives it to Green. Green pulls up for a three. Got it!
This Green's just unreal. Just
unreal.
I mean, he's only a sophomore too, so he could really develop into somebody who can become a stupendous player. So
Lindo passes it out. Lumain drives in. May have got away with a little walk. Good block by Jones. Krasinski Passes out to the corner.
Nice
Lumaine,
fake.
Preston, 3. No good. And Green comes down with the rebound.
And nice job keeping it on the front court there.
Green finds Tribble. Tribble gives it to Fritzen. Fritzen back to Green. Green steps inside the three-point line and knocks it down.
Unbelievable.
Chris Green, 23 of Rhode Island College's 36 points thus far in this game. And I'm sure he's not done yet.
Well, if Eastern's going to keep defending him like this, he's going to score 50. I mean, honestly, they're giving him open opportunities. And I mean, you got to credit Rhode Island College with their ball movement and giving him the space that he needs. But at the same time, if you're Eastern Connecticut, I mean, if I'm the coach staff, double team him.
Absolutely.
I mean, I said that about Canny for Eastern Connecticut, about the Anchormen doing that to him. But I think it's a realistic thing you can do with Green being the ball handler and playing the guard position. So, I mean, that's really, they gotta do something different.
The thing about Green that separates him from any other high-scoring player is his ability to shoot under pressure.
Definitely.
If he's double-teamed, he's still going to knock down those shots.
Definitely.
We've seen it before. We'll see it again.
You know, he might not hit it with as much consistency, but he's still going to get his points.
Absolutely.
The thing I think that it comes down to is you have to deny him getting the ball in the first place. You have to cover him well enough where the passes aren't going to be able to be successful to get to him. So I think that's the more difficult path in a lot of ways, just scheme-wise, of covering him. But I think that's really what you got to do.
Preston passes out to Brown. Brown at the top of key, passes down low to Lindo, who goes baseline and then goes up for 2. Carwin with the ball. Going right side. Passes to Jones. Jones finds Fritzen. Fritzen waited for it. Looks for Green. Finds Green. Green passes to Fritzen for 3. Got it!
Jimmy Fritzen saying, don't forget about me. He knocks out a nice three-pointer there.
Unbelievable perimeter shooting today. Jones comes away with a steal.
And that's the shots that Eastern's giving them, and they're taking them with ease, frankly, in the second half. And this is the second half they wanted to get off to. So against UMass Dartmouth, we've seen it a couple times in the Anchormen. They get off to these slow starts in the second half, put themselves in some pretty big holes.
An illegal screen is going to be called on Rhode Island College. Fouls on Tribble. So Campbell comes into the game.
The Anchormen got this Warriors team on their heels early in the second half.
Lumaine, top of the key. Passes right side to Preston. Preston finds Lindo. Lindo, Brown fakes the 3, now drives in. He's going to get called for travel. Blatant travel this time gets called.
You know, coming into this game, Mike, saw the Anchormen come out of the 2-3 zone and be really interested to see how it would work. And I think overall, I think it's been pretty successful.
Absolutely.
And I'm not saying that the Warriors, I think the Warriors on their end, I think they've shot pretty poorly from the field overall.
Carwin passes to the corner. Fritzen drives in. Little floater is good.
And just look at the bodies that he's working against down low. Jimmy Fritzen standing at 6 foot right on the dot. He's able to elevate that ball over them. I mean, that's just incredible for a player that size.
Absolutely
Mike, to be able to elevate the ball. So
Lindo's shot's no good. Gets his own rebound. And Preston driving in. Good defensive play.
And I think just this Anchorman team, you just can't stay enough ever since that Wesleyan game right after the break. Just the energy you see from this, I mean, that bench is all staying up. They're all in the game. I mean, you would never be able to tell it's a 3-15 team.
Absolutely. Brown knocks down a 3.
That's a big basket for them. They've been getting dominated the past few minutes, Eastern Connecticut, so able to sort of momentum a little bit there that the Anchormen have grabbed here in the second half.
Fritzen for three. No good that time. Ball comes out. Brown comes up with it. Preston for three. No good. Off the back rim, Lindo comes up with the ball. Lindo to Preston. Preston drives left side, now brings it back out and passes to Canny. Canny back to Brown for three. No good. Lindo to Preston for three. And it's going to be an offensive foul. Going to call an elbow on Canny.
The official emphatically came in with that call, so. It was just a good break for the Anchormen. The Warriors getting a lot of those second and third chance opportunities there.
Green and Fritzen both go to the bench momentarily. See how long it is before they come back out. Smith driving in, passes it to Campbell. Campbell gets the ball stripped from him.
That was a nice strip. I think it was a nice decision there by Smith. Campbell, I think, was a little surprised by it and wasn't able to get a clean grab there on the pass.
Cruz coming into the game for Campbell.
Alex Cruz checks in for Rick.
Brown passes to Canny, gets it out to Jordan, and up to Preston at the top of the key. Preston drives in off the screen and hands it to Jordan. Jordan's little floater, no good. Rebound, Lindo gets it out to Brown and to Preston. Open for three, knocks it down.
And I think, as big of a presence we talk about Canny, I think Lindo's been a bigger presence. He's really, what'd you say, he's a Terrence Triple-like player, and he's really made a difference for the Warriors on the boards. I think he's probably the biggest reason why they're still in this game.
Smith knocks down a jumper. Gonna get a foul. Foul on Williams. Shaquem Smith comes into the game.
And you can't really emphasize enough how nice it is to have Shaquem Smith back, just for the simple, just simply because of depth. Just able to give Campbell, Jones, and Tribble some rest. You have an extra guy in there who's able to play down low.
Jordan. Monster block from Shaquem Smith. Scheider came up with the ball, and Williams with it. Williams passes it down low. No good from Smith.
I know, it's just a bad shot.
And Brown just throws it away.
It's the problem you can run into when you try to run this fast transition offense. You just end up throwing the ball away because you're trying to push the ball down the court so fast that you're not honing in your passes well enough. And we've seen that a couple times from the Warriors in this one. So that just doesn't seem like their offense is totally clicked in this one, even when they have gone on their runs. They just kind of fallen back into the rut they started the game out in.
Smith fakes the three, gets it back to Scheider. Scheider driving in, baseline. Nice backdoor pass to Smith. No foul called. A good job by Malcolm Smith to get it inbounds to Williams. Williams hands it down to Shaquem Smith. No good. Scheider, deep three, knocks it down.
What a sequence there, and Scheider's able to capitalize on a deep three. And that'll energize your bench as the Anchorman bench is back on their feet again, full of energy.
Jordan, no good. Not able to answer on a three of his own. And Williams hands it back to Scheider for three. No good. They're gonna get a whistle. Say it's out of bounds.
Yeah, I think Lindo might have his foot on the line. I think that's looks like what they're calling, but they got this team on their heels again. Smith's gonna get rid of the ball.
And he does.
Nice shot by Williams, not traveling there.
Nice Randy Moss-like catch there from Williams. And Smith unable to go up for 2.
And Williams had nice drives and nice moves, just wasn't able to finish. And then Smith on the rebound, same thing.
And Scheider comes up with the steal, and he goes up for 2. 48-39, Anchormen lead the Warriors.
And you're gonna think if Scheider wasn't 5'9", we're gonna see some fireworks there on a dunk. But just a nice read by him. Scheider's got 7 points, and we've talked about he's had a tough season for, what we saw from him last year. But coming off the bench in this one, he's made his presence known. 5 quick points here in the past couple minutes, and give the Anchormen a 9-point lead in this game, and you just can't state enough in the first part of the second half what they've done. They've come out with a lot of energy, and they've controlled the game. They just need to keep doing it.
Absolutely.
It's that adage that we've talked about several times with them, like 40 minutes of basketball. They've got this team pinned back. Probably, you could argue, the best team in the conference right now. And they've got them reeling. They just got to keep up. They got to keep the foot on the gas pedal. You can't let this team claw their way back in. It's an experienced team. I'm sure they're making their own adjustments there on the sideline. But you just got to keep doing what you've been doing. Anticipating passes, playing aggressive defensively and offensively, just creating space for your shooters. Whether it's Jimmy Fritzen, or Chris Green's on the floor, whether it's with him, just whoever it is, you got to give them the open space. It seems like Roosevelt Scheider's been this guy for them the past couple of possessions.
Lumaine walked.
And then they're going to call a foul on Jones.
No, they're going to be on Cruz.
Thought they were going to get Jones. It actually works better. That's Cruz's first foul. It would have been Jones's third, obviously.
No one really in foul trouble for the Anchormen, however.
No, Tribble has 3, I believe, on the bench. So obviously they've been holding him back for the stretch run. And honestly, I think, speaking of the devil, here he is.
Lumaine made his first.
Honestly, I think their bench coming in for Tribble, I think they've played exceptionally well.
Misses his second, and Smith comes up with the rebound. Williams finds an open lane. Now looks for Scheider and finds him. Now Williams with the ball. Williams passes it down low to Jones. And they're going to say Anchormen ball.
And the Eastern bench is furious. And I don't know if I can really disagree with them. It did look like it went off Jones.
It absolutely did.
So I can't really blame them for being upset, but the Anchormen will take that break, obviously.
Green, step back. Shot no good. Jordan comes up with a rebound. Smith went down. Jordan goes up for 2. Williams finds Smith in the corner. Smith back out to Green. Green working right side, passes to the corner. Smith took a shot to the face.
He did, I was about to say.
Carwin back into the game for Williams.
Obviously just looked like it was incidental there. But uncomfortable nonetheless.
Green brings it back out near center court as the offense gets set up. Jones with the ball. Looking for somebody, finds Smith.
Well, they're gonna have to get something going here. Shot clock's winding down.
Smith driving in, and it's gonna be an offensive foul. Fritzen back into the game for Smith.
Coach Burns gives him a couple words on the bench. Didn't look like he was necessarily upset with him, just giving him drilling some points into his head on what to do if that situation arises again. So what it looked like a little bit more.
Lindo passes it back to Jordan. Jordan driving in. It's going to be a foul. Away from the ball, looks like.
I gotta say, Colin Jordan looks like a handful there. The sophomore guard off the bench, and he's just like a really good defender, and he just looks like a difficult player to defend on the defensive end for the Anchormen. Definitely high energy, to say the least.
Absolutely. Lumaine takes a deep three, way off. Lindo comes up with it. It goes in for two.
You just gonna box Lindo out. I mean, he's a junior. He's got experience in this conference, and just at this level, he knows how to box people out. But I think the Anchormen just gotta do a better job of getting in his way and not giving him those second chances.
Carwin. It's going to be Anchormen ball.
Yeah, it's a dangerous tip there.
48-44 the score, 7:45 to go in regulation. And it's been a good game thus far, Andrew.
It has, and really,
Timeout, Rick, 30 seconds.
the Anchormen came out very, very strong in the second half. Obviously, Eastern Connecticut isn't going to go down without a fight in this one. So they just need to stay focused. They need to keep a lot of the positive they've been doing in this game. I think it's been a little tough for them. Obviously, Chris Green wasn't going to be able to keep shooting at the level he was shooting at going the end of the first half into the beginning of the second half, and they got some boost from other players, but I think ultimately they just gotta keep finding some open chances, and defensively they just gotta do better on the boards.
Green takes a three. No good. Too strong that time. They're going to get a foul on Green. Just knocked the ball away. You don't look like any contact.
No, I agree with you. And regardless of the call, I just think in general, a good thing about Chris Green is he isn't generally somebody who racks up a lot of fouls. So it's only his first. Now, obviously, they're going to need him down the stretch, but downside is the Warriors already in a bonus in this one.
And Lindo misses it, comes up with his own rebound after it was tapped away. And Jordan will have the ball. Jordan going on the play. Passes it to Lindo and out to Lumaine. They're going to get a foul on Fritzen. Lumaine shot up and good. Second is up and is also good. Carwin hands it off to Green. Green down in the corner, back to Carwin.
I think we're ready to see a basket here. Got a bit of a funk offensively. Just gotta get a bucket in here and then try to play some stout defense on the other end.
Fritzen drives in, ball's slapped away. They're gonna call a foul on Jordan.
And that's Jordan's fourth foul, so as good as he's looked for the Warriors in this one, he's gonna have to be very careful to not foul out. Still 7 minutes to play.
Fritzen with the ball. Gets it to Carwin. Foul's gonna be called on Preston. Brown comes into the game for Jordan.
The Anchormen's next game will be at Amherst College on Tuesday. Obviously, extremely good basketball program there, so a big measuring stick game for this young team.
Fritzen working right side. Nice little move. Passes to the corner to Green. I think they got him for a 3-second violation down low. Preston with the ball. Gives it to Lumine. Lumine at the top of the key. Gives it to Preston. Preston to Lindo. Lindo back to Preston. Jumper inside the 3-point line is no good. Rebound Carwin. Carwin right side. Gives it to Green. Back to Carwin. Jones hands it off to Green. Green back to dribble. He does a great job keeping it in bounds. Green's gonna have to take it. He pulls up. He knocks it down.
I just saw
Unreal.
I just saw when he faked out his man and he gave himself some space. I said, look out. He creates space for himself. That's the thing.
Unbelievable.
There's gonna be a technical foul on Lindo.
I believe this is the first time we've ever seen technical fouls in both games of a doubleheader.
It's a rarity to say the least, Mike.
First is up is good. Green with 27 points.
Unreal.
Make it 28. Still with 5:35 to go in regulation. 53-46 to score. Anchormen leading the Warriors.
That's some big 2 points there, though. I'm sure, it must have been something Lindo said, but it's just for somebody with experience like him, it's just something you can't do in a game.
We just virtually saw a 5-point play from Chris Green.
I know, and that whole sequence it's a big momentum shift.
Out of bounds. Stay Eastern Connecticut ball.
I mean, that's huge. You went from a 2-point, 1-possession game now, talking about a 3-possession game now, with just over 5 minutes to play. I mean, that's a huge swing. And
Lumine could have got called for a walk.
Well, that seems to be the common theme between officials. They don't quite know what a travel is, but thought it was
in their judgment.
Yeah. Which consistently doesn't seem to be very good when it comes to that call, but at least they're consistent.
First is up and no good from Lumine. Campbell into the game for Tribble.
See a Tribble with 4 fouls now. So we go to the bench.
Second is up and is no good. They're gonna get a foul on Carwin. On Campbell.
Campbell's got 4 fouls.
First is up and no good from Lindo.
The Warriors just, that's 3 points they just left at the line right there. I mean, that's unbelievable. For a team that's this good, to be leaving points like that on the floor.
Make it 4.
That's unreal. It really is. You just had a chance to put the game down to 1 possession, or at least 2.
Green pulls up off the catch. Campbell came up with a rebound.
I think both those shots in some way, shape, or form were deflected.
I believe so.
Campbell's definitely was, but the way Green's shot came out did not look like it was had 100% behind it.
Lumine fakes the 3, now moves around with it, gets it back to Brown. Lumine for 3, no good. They're gonna get a foul on Jones.
I mean, Lindo went down hard. I didn't see how much contact there was on that play, to be honest with you. So you think I'll make a free throw here?
First is up and good. Lindo getting set for a second. Shot is up and is no good.
Yep. 5 out of 6 free throws.
Been missed.
Yep. Game like this, it's going to be a huge factor. And I mean, the Warriors haven't shot well consistently throughout this game, but I mean, just that sequence there was just notable.
Foul's going to be called. I'm going to say 3-second violation. Jordan back into the game for Eastern Connecticut.
And the Anchormen just got to have a good possession. They've made a lot of foolish mistakes. They're leaving this team hanging around, and you don't want to leave a team with this much experience, this much talent hanging around in a game like this.
Lindo, no good. Candy comes up with the rebound and goes up for 2. Carwin. Passes to Green. Green steps back, now moves around with the ball. Back to Carwin. Back to Green. Jones. Looking for somebody, hands it back off to Green. Green pulls up. Shot no good that time. They're going to say Jordan was out of bounds. It was a good effort. Try to do one of my favorite plays, whipping it off the opponent out of bounds. Unable to do so.
And you saw in that last possession, Jason Jones trying to post up, but he's only against Canny. He knows he can't take that shot. That terrible
Jones comes up with it.
That somehow Jason Jones came up with. Terrible decision there, though.
Fridson steps back. No good. And Jones has it. And they call a timeout.
Which is interesting because that, according to the possession clock on the scores table, they would have had the jump ball. So, interesting. But
they got it out
hey,
just in time.
So they only have one.
Call that timeout.
Yep. Only one timeout left for the Anchormen, 3 for the Warriors, with 3 minutes left on the nose in this game. And it's just been a gritty couple minutes here. Not a lot of points, but just a lot of turnovers and a lot of offensive fouls.
53-49 the score. 3 minutes on the dot to go in this game. Chris Green, 28 points.
Rest of the team has 25.
Unreal.
Unreal indeed.
So Green will inbound. And he's got Fritz and Carwin, Jones and Campbell on the floor. Green with the ball. Passes to Fritzen. Pull-up jumper, no good. And another good job by Jones. Lindo loses the ball. Fritzen comes up with it. And that one will be a jump ball. And Anchormen will retain possession.
Just seems like the Anchormen can't get the ball in the hoop and the Warriors can't get the ball back. So it's like this really long-winded game of keep away going on here, which I mean, if you're leading by 4 isn't necessarily a bad thing, but you'd like to get a bucket just to establish a little bit of offense and then just put this team back on their heels a little bit more.
Carwin with the ball. 10 on the shot clock. As the possession never changed. Carwin takes a 3. It's way off. Campbell comes up with it. He'll get to the line.
So close to getting a three-point play, but yeah, very open opportunity too. Just unfortunately not able to do so, but got a chance for 2 here at the line. And Jordan has fouled out.
Foul place for Connecticut, number 10, Colin Jordan, 10th foul, team 6.
So we'll see Lumine back into the game. Pretty big bench for Eastern Connecticut. We've only seen 2 bench players come off, however.
At the line for 35, Mr. Campbell.
Yeah, it's interesting. I'll say that much. I mean, it's just funny that they have a very.
First from Campbell is up and good.
It's funny in the fact that they have a very veteran team too. So you think, and that includes their bench. So you think they'd be utilizing that a lot more. But I mean, I guess when you have people who you believe to be playmakers, you know.
Second is no good. Brown comes up with the rebound, gets it to Lumine.
At least get a point on the board, at the very least.
Lindo passes down low to Canny. No good. Lindo's putback is no good. And Jones comes up with it.
Nice job.
Gets it to Williams.
Take a little chunk of clock off here at the very least. Just make some. You gotta make smart passes here. Don't want to give him an easy transition bucket, so you just want to be smart with the basketball and bleed some clock, which they have done.
Green with the ball up the pass from Jones. Goes up left-handed, no good. Canny gets it to Preston. Preston, nice pass to Lindo, who loses the ball. Williams comes up with it.
And it seemed like Lindo off the pass could have just gone for the layup. Chose to go underneath the hoop and try to take an opportunity from there. And just a nice play by Williams. Just saw the ball just sitting there and was able to grab it. There's going to be some more clock that the Anchormen are able to take off.
Green with the ball. Left side. Passes it back out to Williams into Fritzen. Fritzen takes a 3. No good. And Canny comes up with the rebound. Gets it up to Brown. Preston to Lumine and to Lindo. Lindo sizes up. Shot is no good. Rebound Canny, his shot is no good. Lindo comes up with another rebound with 4 guys around and draws a foul.
That just seemed like it was going to be a sooner rather than later in that situation with Lindo and just the offensive boards they were generating that if they weren't going to make the shot, they were going to get fouled.
So Lindo will be at the line. 51.7 seconds to go in the game. First is up and is good. 54-50 the score.
So judging by the fact that Candy's going back, you're going to be bringing a press here. So Anchormen just going to work through it, be smart with their passes.
Second is up and also good.
Warriors took a timeout.
3-point game, 54-51.
So the big thing here is you just got to get the ball up court without a turnover. You know, obviously you want a bucket on this possession, but the most important thing is being smart on this inbounds and getting the ball up court.
Absolutely.
And I think they've done a relatively good job in the games we've seen them in these situations, getting the ball up court. It's just they just got to do it again. They just got to be smart. Don't force the passes. If you need to, you have a timeout in your pocket.
Absolutely.
So just be mindful of that. I mean, you don't know how this game's going to turn. You may need it down the stretch. It's just too early to tell with 51.7 seconds left. But I think just generally, you just can't throw this ball away. It's been a very, very gritty game down the stretch.
That it has been.
And not a lot of scoring, a lot of free throws. Particularly from the Warriors, who if they end up falling in this game, are going to have to turn to that aspect and just realize they left points at the line. So, well, we'll see how it plays out for us before we start doing analysis like that.
Green throws it up for
nice
Williams.
Pass.
Williams to Jones. Jones tries to get it to Green, but will be fouled, and he'll go to the line.
These are big free throws.
Absolutely.
Make at least one. It's a two possession game.
Is up and no good. And the team may have forgotten it was a 1-and-1.
You're very right about that.
Brown gets it to Lumaine, back to Brown, to Preston, and to Lindo.
Eastern's gonna go for the tie, I think. I don't think they're gonna.
Lumaine's driving baseline.
Oh, they're not.
It goes up, it's no good. Williams has the ball.
Stays in bounds somehow.
And now he is fouled.
I don't know how. He was right in front of the table.
That was unreal.
He barely stayed in bounds. He had just a little bit of the tan grain of the floor here in between him and that black line. I thought he was going to step out, but just did a nice job of bleeding some time off the clock, and he's going to go to the line here.
Shot is up from Williams and is good.
Big free throw.
Second is up and is good.
So you're Eastern Connecticut, you're getting inbound in this thing, and you're throwing your first shot opportunity you get up.
Absolutely.
Because you need points. I mean, 13.8 seconds left, but
Unbelievable game we've seen.
yeah, what a game. What an unbelievable pair of games we've seen, Mike.
Absolutely.
The Anchormen came through with the upset in the first game, 57-51, and we got a very similar score here. Well, let's see how this one plays out. Still got a little bit of time.
56-51, 13.8 to go. And this one could potentially come right down to the wire.
It could. Just all really depends on how this sequence plays out. I mean,
Lumaine passes to Brown. He goes up for three. It's no good. And they're going to get a foul on Tribble.
and he's going to foul out. And that's not how you want things to play out on the boards, but they only got 4.5 seconds left. So, I mean, that whole sequence of events ended up killing a lot of clock off, and not the stereotype, the big men of basketball, but typically not very good free throw shooters, I'm sorry. So let's see how Candy does here on his pair. Because they need these, they want to have a prayer in this game. He needs to make these two.
And he makes his first. Second is up, and it's also good. Campbell to inbound. And he throws it up the court.
Nice.
Gets it to Williams. Foul is called.
Took him a long time to develop, but just good job by Campbell lobbing that one down to Williams. Anchorman, I think, are going to take their last time out here.
3.4 seconds to go. 56-53. Williams will be at the line.
Shooting a 1-and-1. You got to think if he makes the free throw, you got to basically think they have the game.
Absolutely.
Because really the odds that Eastern goes down, shoots a 3, makes it, and gets fouled are very slim, particularly with this amount of time left. But he's gonna make the free throw because you know if he misses, Eastern gets the rebound. They're calling timeout. They're gonna set themselves up to try to put this one in overtime.
Absolutely. And the Anchormen just playing like a team today.
They have. We've seen them play like a team pretty well in the last few contests we've seen them play since we go back from the break, and see if they can hold on for this one here.
It is up and good. Williams has made it a 2-possession game.
And all but wrap this one up.
It's up and good. And that's going to be the end of it as the shot does go in from half court. Score is going to be 58-56 to end this one, and Rhode Island College has completed the home sweep of the #1 Little East Conference team. And Andrew, unbelievable today. 2 huge upsets. Not much you could say, not much bad you could say.
Gosh, what a time here at the Murray Center today, Mike. We saw 2 gritty games out of our Rhode Island College basketball teams, and just great job by the Anchormen to close this game out against a very tough opponent.
Absolutely. And Andrew, looks like you're going to be joined by Brandon Williams Jr.
Here I am, got Brandon Williams Jr. here, and Brandon, just a great win for you guys against a great opponent. And what do you think was the biggest thing for you guys coming into this game that helped you get the win?
The biggest thing was basically play for 40 minutes. A lot of the games that we've been playing prior to this, we played for 20 minutes. We haven't played for the full game yet, and this was a full game effort.
Definitely. And you guys are able to seal it down the stretch. And just talk about your game a little bit. You've definitely gotten better as the season's gone on with your passing, setting people up for shots. What do you think it is that you've done in practice or whatnot to sort of get those passes a little bit better and limiting turnovers?
Well, as the games went by, I'm maturing a little bit better as a point guard and realizing the college game, certain stuff I got done in high school, I can't get it done on this level. So it's basically maturing.
Definitely, and solid game from you. Big free throws down the stretch, most definitely. But you guys, obviously being a team like this gives you a lot of confidence. You got a game at Amherst on Tuesday. Obviously a very good program there. What do you think you guys should take out of this one, apply to that game on Tuesday?
Basically playing for 40 minutes again. Today was a good effort on the boards, especially rebounding, executing when it comes down to it. So it was a good win.
Definitely a good win, a big one for you guys. And Brandon, thanks for stopping by, and good luck on Tuesday.
Thank you.
Thank you, Brandon. And what a game that just was, Andrew.
Yeah, most definitely, and really just it was tight down the stretch, but I mean, this team, I think the big thing for them is they came out in the second half and they were able to build a bit of a lead. And I mean, it dwindled away a little bit towards the end, but I don't think they ever lost that lead.
No, they didn't. And Andrew, you'll be joined by Coach Burns.
And I'm here with Coach Burns. Coach, a great win for you guys today against probably debatably one of the best teams, if not the best, in the conference. You guys came out, you got a 7-0 lead early. What did you drill into the team pregame that you think helped spark them to that early lead?
To be honest with you, we put the score of our first game, 77-44, and I said, enough said. That was it. There was no Nuke Rockney, Red Auerbach speech. I put that up on the wall and I said, if that doesn't motivate you, I don't know what motivates you. If that doesn't motivate you, try another sport. Try basket weaving. Not basket weaving, it's not competitive, but maybe try another sport. Fish, golf, try something else. Put 77-44 on the board. They said they beat us by 33 points. Enough said. If you want to play, you're going to play. Thought we had a nice game plan defensively. I think it bothered them. I don't think they were prepared for it. We were prepared for the game. We stuck by the game plan. Obviously, it got a little bit rough in that first half when we missed shots, and then Chris Green does what Chris Green does. does. He makes shots, he makes plays. And the thing we did is we continue to defend, because we've been in these positions before where we've been up at the half. And shoot, Westcon, we hit a 3 to start the second half. We're up by 10, and then we crumble. And today we get down, maybe it was 9, maybe it was 11. The guy continued to battle. Then we went down at halftime tied. Then it was 5 minutes into the game, and it was close again. And they just found some way. I mean, what about Brandon Williams? My man's probably about a 60% free throw shooter. But and then timeout, I'm talking about maybe fouling. He's like, Coach, we're not going to foul. I'm making both these free throws. I said, all right, great job. Made both free throws. And again, they made the desperation 3 at the end, but we would have fouled. He wouldn't have got that shot off. So yes, he did make it. It says a 2-point game, but we would have fouled. It would have never got to that. But huge free throws. Great job by the guys. Staying together, battling. As I said, great character.
Definitely. And you talked about coming back from that second half deficit. What do you think? I'm sorry, the second quarter deficit. What do you think the biggest thing was to overcome that double-digit disadvantage?
Well, first off, we got stops. Usually when we're missing shots or not getting shots, we get down on ourselves and we give up a 10-0 run. So we continue to defend, so it kept us in range. And then Chris Green's an assassin. He just gets hot, and he wanted to win this game, and it was very, very important to him, obviously. And he's done that in the past, but the thing is, the team continued to defend, so when he does do that, it brings us back in the game. And he got fatigued, but other guys stepped up down the end. Obviously, it was a great team win.
Definitely. And, Coach, obviously, game Tuesday, you probably.
Why do you always do that? Why can't we go away happy? Why do you always have to bring up the next game? Can I go home and cook some burgers on the grill and relax? I mean, you're going to harass me about the game on Tuesday? Let me enjoy this one first. Yeah, we get Amherst. They're a top 20 program, top 10 program. I played at UMass. It means a lot to me. Can I enjoy this one for a little bit longer? Call me Tuesday on the ride home. We'll talk about it.
Definitely,
Thank you
Coach.
very much. I appreciate it.
I appreciate it, Coach. And a great conversation there with Coach Burns, but just a phenomenal effort from his team and the Anchormen as well, as they complete as you said, a 2-game home sweep of the Eastern Connecticut State Warriors. But that's all for now, and for Mike Gianmarco, I'm Andrew Spaziano. We'll see you Tuesday here at the Murray Center when the Anchormen take on Tufts. Have a good night.